No. You're not saying nothing wrong. This is because it's gonna make sense when I.
Okay.
So you saying the same thing like actor something?
At that point, yeah. Like,
okay. So $35.8 million is.
You don't see the difference. I mean, I don't make nowhere near that amount of money.
Yeah.
I can imagine when you're making $35 million and another person making $40 million, they have the same lifestyle. I don't see that other person who makes $5 million more live a significant better lifestyle than the one who is making 35. And again, I ain't never had $1 million in my life.
But this is why I'm saying it, because it does matter what you do though. Because think about it, if I'm making $35 million sitting on my ass, but you make $43 million and you're a top actor, you're Denzel Washington. You worked. Mm-hmm. You do. It's okay. So the $35.8 million is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You're not into the sports, but that's the young man that just won the NBA championship recently. Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
He's a star. He's a star of that team. Very good. He won MVP. He had a good year. Had a great year and capped it off with a championship. So he makes $35.8 million, right? $43.4 million is Sophie Rain that makes OnlyFans. Yeah.
All right.
Welcome back, Lost Coast Podcast. I am Tom. I'm Bryce, always with me. My dog, Day Queasy. How you feeling today, Day Queasy?
I'm feeling good. What's good, everybody?
All right. So, like I said, honestly, Daquan got a whole thought on how to podcast. Where he, because he's technical, but I'm simple. What I really wanted a podcast with him for is to find shit that's crazy and get his reaction. That's all I care about. I don't care about nothing else. That's all I care about. So, Day Queasy, you ready for today's topic? Okay. So I'm gonna read a few numbers off to you, and I'm gonna go from lowest to highest, and then I want you to tell me what you think they do. All right. So
numbers?
Yeah, like salaries.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them. Okay.
Men or women?
It's a mixture. But I'm gonna read them all, and I'm gonna ask you. Let me just read them all. Okay. 35.8 million, 40 million, 42.1 million, 43 million flat, 43.2 million, and then 43.4 million, right? So the 35.8 million, what you think they do?
The what?
The lowest one, 35.8 million. What you think they do? What you think their profession is?
Oh, we took okay. I misunderstood what you were saying.
Oh, what you thought? What you thought I was saying?
I thought you was like going over tax brackets or
No.
that?
I'm just naming. It's people's salary. I'm naming how much they make a year, and I'm just asking you what you think they do that they make that much money.
Who makes that amount of money?
Yeah, 35.8 million. What you think they do? What do you think they do for a living?
That's rare.
Yeah. So what you think they do? What you think they do?
Maybe actor, like a top actor.
Okay.
I don't even think no rappers making that type of money. To be honest.
Okay, so you said so 35.8. You say is a top something that's top of they field, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Now the highest one on the list is 43.4 million. What you think they do?
Isn't that all around the same?
So no, you're not saying nothing wrong. This is because it's gonna make sense when I.
Okay.
So you saying the same thing like actor something?
At that point, yeah. Like,
okay. So $35.8 million is.
You don't see the difference. I mean, I don't make nowhere near that amount of money.
Yeah.
But I can imagine when you're making 35 million and another person making 40 million, they have the same lifestyle. I don't see that other person who makes 5 million more live a significant better lifestyle than the one who is making 35. And again, I ain't never had $1 million in my life.
But this is why I'm saying it, because it does matter what you do, though. Because think about it, if I'm making $35 million sitting on my ass, but you make $43 million and you're a top actor, you're Denzel Washington, you worked, you do, it's okay, so the $35.8 million is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. You're not into the sports, but that's the young man that just won the NBA championship recently, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
He's a star. He's a star of that team. Very good. He won MVP. He had a good year, had a great year, and capped it off with a championship. So he makes $35.8 million, right? $43.4 million is Sophie Rain that makes OnlyFans.
Yeah. But that doesn't surprise me, though.
No, but look, no. It doesn't surprise me, but this is what I wanted from you. I want to know what, because that's a problem.
That's men's. That's a man problem.
No, that's why I want us two to talk, because we men. So I want to know.
Like,
I want to know
for a woman. Here's the thing, right?
$43.4 million a year, bro.
Hold on, because you gotta dissect this real easy and then bring it back, right? Because let me just start by saying I am not more holy or better than anybody else, right? I've done things in the past that I'm not proud of.
Of course not.
Pay for some poom poom in the past. I'm not proud of that, but I've done it, right?
Yeah.
Just to be transparent.
Nigga, they calling that.
Well, what the difference though is that when I pay for a service, I received a service.
I'm glad you got, because that's what I'm trying to say is that
this new era.
Yeah.
Where you just gotta get in front of a camera.
That's why I'm glad you went there. That's what I was going to
take some pictures.
That's what I was going to say.
And
that was my rebuttal.
Be making $43.4 million. Whatever. Because like I said, anything past 35
is crazy.
It's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
So when you're making that type of money, it's no longer her fault. It is the men.
Yeah. It's the people subscribe to that.
It's
the people paying for that. Yeah.
Like, listen. Hey, make your money, mama. I ain't mad at whoever that is. I'm not mad at
I was talking to somebody else, and they was like, "Damn, I thought you would have thought of it. I thought you would have thought of it another way." I'm like, "No, I'm not mad at the girl.
No,
I'm not mad at her.
No, it's the men. Like, and this just goes to show you how the internet is so fake. How is it that we got so much red pill and we got so much anti-simps, but yet you got a woman making 44, whatever the hell you said, $0.3 million. She making all this money. So how
somebody subscribe?
How so like that's why I'm like, yo, these and like even with these red pill, like not all of them, but a lot of them got exposed paying for hook. Like it's just like, yo, it's fake.
It's fake.
It's fake. And until men start to understand that you gotta get out, you gotta like, it's a lot of women out here. When you stop treating women like they're stars or celebrities or thinking like it's not enough to go around, so you gotta hold on to whatever you got. When you realize that there's so much out here, like way more than you actually think, you just look at things differently. And until you can get to that stage in your life, you're gonna keep making those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You can keep subscribing to somebody, whacking off to your iPhone as she squirts or do whatever it is that
you ain't
she does. Because I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't know what she do. I don't know what she do. It's
but you never physically touched her. You never.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You just got some baby lotion and put out and you paid for that. So it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just a disconnect. And I'm not saying what we did wasn't wrong either, because we wasn't supposed to be doing that. But I'm just saying, I'm just comparing how much
what
of
the exchange was for
now
that
is.
service.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not condoning that service. That's something you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? You know,
But that's a personal thing with her.
but
yeah, we not the judge.
You're not even getting nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all guys are out here. You basically just giving money away just because. And
if you want to get technical, she fucking the system. That's fucking the system.
Sad. Just hearing that number, it really, to her to make that amount of money a year, it really goes to show how far gone men are in society.
$43.4 million.
That's a crazy number.
And the person that won the MVP this year, meaning he's the best basketball player in the NBA, won the championship, is making 35.
Damn.
Even though 35 is crazy too, but we know why he making 35.
I get it. No. See, here's the thing. I get that part too, because that's crazy. That's diabolical. Like, this man had to bust his butt, train his whole life just to get where he was today.
Yeah.
And whoever, and I'm pretty sure she's probably this attractive OnlyFans model. If you're making 43, you gotta look like something. I'm pretty sure you gotta look like something.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure she's this attractive woman who just do regular shit being attractive. Mm-hmm. I'm more than sure. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, man, I don't even, I'm at a stage in my life, I don't even hate the game, because honestly, I'm not playing the game.
Yeah.
I got a woman and a kid at home, and we good. Like, so a lot of this stuff, it don't even affect me, because I'm not out here. Like, I feel like this stuff affects the people who are out here trying to find love, trying to find a man, trying to find a
and this the pool they in. This the pool.
And this the pool that y'all in. Like, and I'm telling y'all, man, y'all can have this. Y'all can have it all. I don't want no parts of this. I'm going to keep, people call me an unk. I'm going to keep my unk ass in the corner.
Drink a beer. And drink a beer.
Drink my sperm off. And mind my business. Yo. And if you want advice, I would give it. And if you don't, I won't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that, because it's like, you know, it's so crazy how everything makes full circle.
Yeah.
We were kids once. Mm-hmm. And I remember people trying to beat this information in my head. And I was not listening. I felt like I was smarter than the people who was here before me.
I feel like I knew everything.
Arrogant.
Yeah, I knew everything.
Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. And, you know, and I smile now because it's like I'm now doing the same thing that the older heads was doing to me. And it's like, I know y'all not listening. Because I wasn't.
I did the same. I did what y'all doing.
So now, the only thing that I say that I do different from the old heads, I fall back. Yeah. I said, listen, I got nothing but information to give you, but if you don't want it, I won't give it.
I'm not,
But if you want it, I'm going to give it to you. And that's just how I operate and move. Man, I see people making crazy mistakes all the time, but you ain't asking my help, and I mind my business.
Yeah.
Mind my business.
You ain't going to be able to blame me for shit.
But yeah, that right there, that is a man problem. And until men start getting self-esteem, again, they start building up confidence within themselves again. There's always going to be women like that that's going to be making crazy money. Always. Always.
Do you think that
lack of buns is why
I was about to ask, like,
exists?
It's
no other reason why.
Yeah,
no lack of buns is the reason why OnlyFans models exist. I'm telling you.
Okay.
It is no other reason.
Okay.
Like, you can come up with little reasons that added up to the big reason, but the overall reason why these women exist and make the money that they make is the lack of it. Okay. If men was getting it by abundance, nobody would be paying. Like, bro, nobody would pay for that.
That subscription.
You literally get on your phone and hit up Keisha and say, come over. Men who live that life are not subscribed on.
They're not even. They could get it right in front of them. They can.
Right. Yeah. That's not that. Why I'm like that live across their mouth. I'm not downloading that crap.
Yeah.
But a man who don't get it, who probably never had a woman touch them or haven't been touching a woman in years or never been touched at all.
That's the best.
Now,
that's the best next thing.
That's the next best thing for him. Yeah. And what I heard research shows, you want to know the girls who make the most money on OnlyFans? It's not even the baddies. It's the regular looking everyday women. And they said the reason why they make the most money because they seem the most attainable.
So it's a fantasy, but then it's
so come to think of it, right?
It's a fantasy,
but it's an attainable fantasy, it's still which makes the fantasy
realistic to you.
It's like. Right. It makes you feel like
I know what you mean.
You're closer to that fantasy versus subscribing to somebody like, not saying she would ever do it, but let's just say somebody like Megan Good. I'm an old head. Sorry, I brought
no, you go. Like
youngins.
The odds of you cracking Megan Good, it's
that's not gonna happen. Any man knows that's not gonna happen.
But a joint you seen at a pool party,
a regular, not even pool party. You just seen it at the fucking bodega,
at a store, And now you know she got a only. You like, yo, I think I could get. I think I could get that. I think I could do that. And then Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. That's the real end. Like, look, I'm right here. I'm a regular girl. Yeah. Okay.
So that's all that is, man. Unavailable. If niggas was getting cheeks,
so
I say that it won't be around. It just women wouldn't be making the money that they're making.
So you saying lack of buns, right? Mm-hmm. So what is your do you think it's the people we deemed as lames and now they're adults and they're still lames, but this is their way to be cool, lack of buns? Or is it women not giving buns? Like, what? Because when you say lack of buns, there's a different.
Well, yeah. Okay. So
you
what
think
I
it's
mean
women holding out?
So, hell yeah. Well, not even so much that women holding out. Look at it from this point, right? You'll have one man, will have anywhere from 8 to 14 kids by multiple women.
Okay.
Right? Then you'll have another man who probably was a virgin up until he's 30 years old. The point, because I know that shit probably went over a lot of people have, the point that I'm trying to make is that women usually tend to go after a certain type of man. And the other guy is ignored.
I got it.
So what happens is
it
attention. Creates this false reality in their world, because if you keep dealing with these same type of guys, after a while, when you hear a woman say, "Oh, these niggas ain't shit," what you're telling me is you deal with certain type of men. Because it's one thing to slip up and date one fucked up guy. But if you continuously keep dating,
that's what you actually
guys,
like.
That's your type.
Yeah, that's your type.
That's your type.
Yeah.
Because it is what it is. It's like, yo, bro, it's like if every woman I got where I had a complaint about her, at some point I gotta look at myself and say, I'm doing something wrong. Because I'm
doing something wrong. Yeah. It's fun. It's funny you made that point. That was perfect. I agree with you. I was watching a podcast, and he was, once again, bunch of girls, bunch of guys. So the girls were explaining their type. So the guy let her finish. So she finished, and he was like, "All right, how many men you had that look like what you just said?" So everybody quiet. So she like, he said, "Yeah. That's not your type. That's your fantasy. That's what you made up in your head. Mm-hmm. Your type is your baby father." Everybody was like, "Damn, didn't think of it like that. You ain't never had a nigga that's 6'6".
Nope.
And I'm not. It's not a man woman thing. Men, they did it to the men too. The men did the same thing. He was like, "You never had a girl that looked like that. So that's not your type. What you mean you like?
That's what you fantasize.
That's what you fantasize. You never had a girl with a body like this girl and breasts like this girl and you never had that, bro. So stop. That's not your type.
And if you did, you had to pay for it.
Yeah,
it wasn't
that's
yours.
Not your
you
type.
borrowed.
Yeah,
you rented.
Your type, them 6 kids you got, them girls you got, them 6 kids.
Those your types.
Those are your types of women, bro.
Yep.
And that I just wanted to say that because it clicked in my head when you said there's a type that people go and it's true because when he broke it down, all of them literally agreed and was like, "You're right." Like what I be saying, and he said that's the problem with dating now. Women and men. He said go outside with blinders on because they're looking for this thing they made up in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, bro, you in reality, you don't even like that.
I
don't
agree.
even like that. You talking about you want a 6'6" nigga? You really like short motherfuckers. All your baby fathers short.
Never even been with a nigga 5'10".
And you talking about 6'6".
So you don't even know what a nigga who looks 6'6".
And that's funny. Like. That's what he said that.
Like most of y'all who date a nigga who 5'10", you would think he's 6 feet.
You think he tall, yeah.
Because you don't know.
Because you don't know, yeah. That's what he said that with the man, because the man said, he was like, yeah, she got to have a body like, damn, who he said? He was like a body like something. He was like, you've never seen a girl besides that girl. It was somebody famous. He was like, you've never seen another girl with that body of the girl you talking about. So why would you do that to yourself? You're never going to find this bitch. Never. Unless you bump into, like you said, a Megan. Oh, she gotta look like Megan Good. So where are you looking for her at? What? You haven't been with a girl that look like Megan Good? No.
Nope.
You ever got close to a girl that look like Megan Good?
Nope.
No. Oh man, that makes sense though. It make you was spot on with that one. That makes a whole lot of sense. That does make sense. I like that. That's cool. But that was the conclusion of that. I just wanted to pick Daquan brain real quick. Y'all don't understand. Me and Daquan have 2-hour-long conversations, and then I'm like, yo, we gotta, and that's where a lot of this inspiration comes from. We're not just like podcast buddies. We're actual friends. Right. So we talk.
And we've been holding off on certain conversations because again, he like, yo, instead of having these 2-hour conversations, let's put it on the podcast. Because I feel like some of these conversations that be for kicks and giggles. Don't get me wrong, we're human just like everybody else. We like a little ratchet from time to time. So when we see some stories, don't think we ain't watching them. Just like y'all,
yeah, we watching.
We watching them. I love me some Ghost and Power, and hey, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, we indulge.
We indulge, but then there are that other side where we talk about some real healthy, good conversations that absolutely. I think like the world should hear. Mm-hmm. And even if we're wrong, let's get the conversation started. Let me hear how you feel about it. Let me understand from your point of view. Because sometimes I may look at something and be standoffish about it, and then maybe somebody can introduce something to me in a different way that made me look at it differently. Because I'm open to be wrong.
Yep.
But you're gonna
matter of fact, I want to know if I'm wrong.
To go back and forth.
I need to. I want to know if I'm wrong because I need to fix that. Don't let me go out into the world
looking like an idiot,
looking like an asshole. Don't tell me now, please, before I go outside and say this to somebody else. No, for sure. Healthy conversation.
And that's honestly what this podcast is really just all about. Like-minded, individuals that want to come on, chime in, have good conversations with us. We got something super special, dope coming up real soon.
Yes, sir.
Real soon. I can't wait for that. But yeah, that's what this podcast is all about. Having great conversation. Most importantly, which I'm not trying to shade any other show.
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to focus on, which we haven't really been doing, but I really want to start focusing more in on it, solutions. Because we could talk about stuff all day long, but my thing is that, and going into this, moving forward, as my new mindset is if I don't have a solution for this, then I don't even want to talk about it.
Just leave it alone.
Because then I'm just talking about it, I'm just gossiping, I don't really have a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I just become a part of the problem. And as much I know people make a lot of money doing this podcast thing, but it's like that was never my initial. Don't get me wrong. I want to make good money, take care of my family, but I really wanted to do this because I feel like us as a society, us as people, us as Americans, we have fallen so far back from just certain regular things that I just want to get us back on board again. I like this whole normalizing single life is crazy.
For sure.
Or like women, you need a man, you need a woman. That's how we're able to get ahead in life. You know, now we're going through rough times, and I can imagine what single moms and single dads having to go through right now and having to navigate this world by yourselves. And meanwhile, you got people online gaslighting you, telling you it's okay to be by yourself, but you know in real life,
in real time, you don't feel that way.
You're struggling. You don't feel that way. So don't allow other people to gaslight you to make you feel. Listen, if you want to get you a man, get you a fucking man. And for the niggas, if you want to get you a woman, get you a fucking woman. This whole back and forth gender war thing is like, man, it's ridiculous, and we need to stop it.
Bad.
We need to get the family structure back in America.
Yep.
And that's always gonna be my number one focus.
Okay.
Making America great so we can bring the families back and make families great again.
Yep.
Families have not been great in a long time. Let's just be real. Ever since our grandmas and grandpas died, we stopped going to functions. We stopped going to see people.
We didn't even stop going. They don't even have them no more.
Or that. You know what I'm saying?
Last time you said the block party.
Yeah. We just don't have those no more. So we got to bring that back. You know, we got to bring back that black love. And I'm not talking about Papoose and Remy Ma. I'm talking about real black love. I know I was petty.
He tried to start another topic. Right there. Whoa. We going to save that.
Yeah, we're going to save that one. We're going to say that one.
Speaking of
real
gossip.
Black love. Real black love. I told you, we got a little ratchet in us. You know,
it's going to happen.
Just, that's it, you know, before I say something else.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's close it out. It's the Lost Cause Podcast. You know, like we said, subscribe, like, share, comment. You know, we appreciate all of it. Yeah, we definitely appreciate all of that. In the subscription is gonna be my IG, Daquan's IG. You can go follow us. You know, see what's up on our, you know, what we doing on our day to day. Daquan gonna get on his game and start messing with Instagram and stop playing.
You know, I'm doing it for this. Because remember I told you a year ago, bro, I ain't want no parts of social media.
Yeah,
I got tired of it. So, you know, I've been engaging, you know, going on pages and looking at stuff, trying to, like, get back into it. But, and that's why I said we got this project coming up, you know, and that's something, you know, I'm going to have no choice but to fall back in, you know, into the IG scene. Okay. So, but yeah, guys, we got some projects coming up. We got some dope conversations coming up.
Merch coming. You
know, he's in charge of that because I suck with a style or anything like that. I ain't going to hold you. Yeah,
Daquan is a white tee nigga.
yeah.
White tee nigga.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
He makes sure. Look. He's like a cosmetic type person. Like he gonna make sure his hands is clean, his nails is clean, his hair's done. He got a haircut. Yeah. He be like, I put on a white tee, man. I ain't got time for all that bullshit. But till next time, we're out of here. Lost Cause Podcast.
Peace.